Greetings. As more teachers are working with slide presentations and distance teaching, I'm going to show you how to work with backgrounds and images in Google Slides. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start a new Google Slide. And so by doing that, I just click on New and then click on Google Slide. And the first thing I'm going to show you is how to work with your backgrounds in Google Slides. And so just for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to get rid of these, of the title and subtitle, and I want to work on the background. Now, of course, Google already has some preset templates that you can use here on the right side when you start a new Google slide. And in another video, I showed you how to actually download and use some slide templates that are available online. But right now, I'm going to show you how to use the backgrounds in Google Slides. So first thing I want to do is click on Backgrounds. And the simplest thing I can do is just kind of choose the color. I can go with an orange, or if I want to go with blue, I can do that as well. Or I can use even a really bright yellow. So that's that there. But instead of doing that, I'm going to also show you how I can use the gradients. So what gradients are is they're colors that kind of typically they go from one color to another. Google has them set up to where they go from a light color to a darker color. So here is a yellow, goes from light to dark. Actually, it's more of an orange, goes from light to dark orange, or this one goes from a light blue to a dark blue. Let's say I wanted to customize this a little bit more, so you can see what that looks like. And I want to customize it a little bit more. So I'm going to click on Backgrounds again. I already entered my gradients, and I'm going to add a custom here. As you can see, this one goes from light blue to dark blue. Let's say I want to do something that was more like a red going to a darker color. So I would select this box, it gives me that light blue color. I'm going to change this to red. So now my gradient goes from from red down to a dark blue. But instead of blue, I wanted to choose something else. And let's go with a dark purple, like that. And let's say I wanted to add a third color into it. What I could do is click on Add. And for that color, it's red, goes from red to dark blue. Let's say I want to add more of a lighter purple in there. As you can see, it adds that purple, and I can even slide this around so it's more purple this way or more purple this way, and this one I'm kind of doing in the middle there. The other thing I can add is I can change whether this is a linear, so this goes from one to the other, or I can do a radial, which means it starts in the center and then goes out into the darker on the edge. And I can even change whether it starts on the top left, top right, or bottom left, bottom right. But we'll go back to linear. That's typically the common one that people use. And I can even change the degrees in which it does it. Here's a 180, from right to left, or I can do a 315, kind of goes diagonal there. But again, most people usually pick a 90-degree angle. Goes from top to bottom. So we'll go and click OK there and click Done. And so that would be my background for my slide presentation. And I can, obviously as I add new slides, it will continue. So if I right click, do a new slide, it doesn't do it here, but if I wanted to continue on, I would go to here, click on Background, and click Add to Theme. So now, whenever I make a new slide, it continues on, as long as I continue to keep that as my theme. So for the sake of showing you, so the next part I want to show you is how to work with images. And for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to go and make it back to just a normal solid color. So let's say I'm doing a presentation I'm an auto teacher, and I'm doing a presentation on doing stuff with auto. Well, I want to include in here some cars and pictures of cars, and there's a couple ways I can do that. First is I'm going to go to Insert Image, and if I have a picture on my computer, I just go ahead and click on Upload from Computer. It'll go to my computer library, and I can just choose an image. I'll choose like the CTE Teach logo, click Open, and there it is. And I can start manipulating and messing around. That's if I have an image of stuff on my computer. If I don't have anything on my computer, I can go to Insert Image and then search the web. And what this will do is this will bring up Google Images. And I can start typing in images that I can use for my presentation. So let's say I'm an auto teacher, and I want to use an image of a Pontiac Firebird. And there we go. There's a whole bunch of Pontiac Firebird images. And let's say I wanted to use the best one of all. And let me kind of move this. So after I clicked on it, then this dialog or this box comes up. I selected that one, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Insert. And there it is. There's my image there, and now I can use it. I can move it around. I can make it smaller. I can make it bigger, and I can start using this as my image in my slide presentation. Another thing I can do, we go do that same thing. So Insert Image, and I'm using Google Images. Let's say I wanted to show a diesel engine diagram. That's a good one. So I can kind of click on this one here, insert it, and that'll give me that. And so as the instructor, I don't need to go through and really start identifying all this. I can really just search for one, and then I can start using that. And then another thing you can do is you can do what's called masking of your images, and I'll show you how to do that. Search the web. Let's say let's do an image of teenage driver. So I want to show a picture, of a teenager that's driving, because I'm an auto teacher. I kind of want to relate this to my students, and so what I can do. Let's go ahead and pick, obviously not the one where they're on their phone. Let's go ahead and pick this one where, this one's even better. He's getting buckled up. It's nice and safe. And so I can use this image, and what I can do is I right click and I can crop the image, or I can just click on crop right here. And then I can start, if I want to make it smaller, I can do that, like that. Oops. I moved the picture instead of making it smaller. So what I did was I accidentally moved the picture instead of moving the crop. So after I crop, I can actually move the picture around so that it fits inside my box. So after I make my box, I can start moving it like that. But I'm going to undo it and undo the crop. So I'm undoing all this so you can kind of see backwards of what I did. Okay, there. So let's say I didn't want it to be like a square. I wanted to kind of give it, make this student so that he's in a circle. And the way I can do that is if I go back here to crop, instead of choosing the crop icon, I can click on the arrow, the down arrow, which means to mask the image. And what that's going to do is it's going to take the image, but it's going to put it inside one of these shapes. So I have equations, callouts, arrows, and shapes. So for this one, I'm going to choose this circular shape right here. So what that does is that puts the image inside this circle, and as you can see, it made it more of an oval shape because of the size of the picture. But as you can see, I can start manipulating this. If I want to make it a perfect circle, I can do that. And unfortunately, what it's doing is it's distorting the image. It's making it smashed. And so I'm going to undo this. But I want to mask the image, but I also want to crop it. So again, I can kind of click that crop, and it's cropping the circle. And if I click out of the box, now there's my same image. It's a circle, and it's not all distorted like it was before. So there you go. Another cool thing to look for, and we'll go back. I'll use my background. We'll put a background on here. I'll give you a little bit lighter one. Is let's say I wanted to include an image, but I didn't want to have the white square around it. So this one does it. Let me insert that. No, that one didn't do it. Okay, so car. There's cars there. This one will do it. Insert. So there you go. So there's that famous white square that most people have on their slides. So there's a few ways that you can go about this. One way, the easiest way to do it, is to search for a transparent image. So I'm going to click Image, search the web, and I'm going to do car, but I'm going to type in the word transparent, and it actually even comes up, transparent background. And now here's all of these car images that have transparent backgrounds, which means the white is not there. So if I click on this car, put it in, insert it, there is that same car image, and because I searched for a image of a car that has a transparent background, I now have my image in here, but there isn't the white square around it. It's just the background. And we can get there's further stuff to get into as far as being able to mask out the white background, but for the sake of ease, that's the easiest way to do it, is just search for something that has a transparent background, and that will make it so that your image is in there. You don't have to crop out that white square behind it. So that's essentially it. Well, thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our other great content on our CTE Teach YouTube channel. We'll see you again next time.